lovelies, and welcome back for another Creative Week video. I am recording this voiceover while my dinner cooks on the stove. So if you hear any funny noises, it's just me trying to do all the things at once. So I started off this week by working in my journal. I got some happy mail from Deb. You might have seen her pop up in my comments before. And she was so lovely, and she sent me some more happy mail. So I wanted to use some of the bits. For those of you that probably don't know, in college, I lived with someone who had a dog. And she was very much my dog too, and he came up to visit and brought our dog with him, and I finally got to see her. It's been like over a year, so I was super excited. So that's what I'm journaling about here. I am using all kinds of bits. Those little labels that I stuck down are actually from a printable, oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank on this right now? It'll come to me, Adele from Inky Quill, there we go, her Patreon. She printed her printable on like labels that you usually, like address labels, and I thought that was absolutely like so cool. I'm gonna do it to so many printables now that I know that trick, but that was what I laid down in the background. And I did a bunch of other things that I missed, but that's okay. Just smushed some spray down, I think, yep. And played with some stuff. This is Deb's note that she wrote me in her happy mail, but I really loved the paper that she used, so I decided to tip it in but keep it so that I could still open it and read what she said, and I backed a photo of my puppy on there, and it did that. I believe that I lost some footage from this journaling session, so there'll be like a little jump, but I think you guys will be okay. You didn't miss a whole lot. So that brown label that's on that photo right there is actually just an address label, and there's absolutely no reason why you can't use them. So go and look for craft address labels or whatever for a couple dollars from the dollar store, and you got yourself a bunch of journaling spots. Ta-da! So I didn't have any idea what I was going to do with that United States sticker that I got, and I finally found a reason to use it. So I just put 2 geocaches. I live in Maine, and my friend had moved to Colorado, so he drove from Colorado to Maine to bring our dog and see us and hang out with some of my other friends from college. So it was a really fun week. And I got to see my puppy dog. So here are just some labels from Tim Holtz. In case you guys hadn't noticed, I am on a little bit of a Tim Holtz kick. Just a little. But I took one of his tiny vial labels and cut it in half to label Colorado and Maine there, which I was pretty proud of myself for. I thought that was pretty genius. So I have this packing list slip thing. I have a ton of them. I don't know why, but I love them. And I just found them recently. So I'm just working out what photo that I wanted to stick in there. Originally, I did have all my favorite books in there, like a photo of them, but I decided instead to put this photo of some stuff in there. So, yeah. And then I just took my Sharpie white paint pen and made a little white border around it because I felt like the photo was really dark. I took it on my lap in the car after I bought some things at the store. So it needed to be brightened up a little bit. And I took this is a card from Deb's Happy Mail, and I really liked it. So I put a photo on it there, and I'm just going to put it on there. I totally learned about how to put words on that photo from Heba, my little journal. I don't remember the name of the app. I think it's like Fonto or something, but I learned how to do that from her, and I always see her do it, and I never do it. So I've been trying to do it more recently, and I really, really like it. So thank you, Heba, for that. And as always, I'll try to leave linked as many people as I can below so you guys can check them out. But yes, so what am I doing? I'm just doing that. Oh, I was trying to use up some washi tape. That's why I had that funky like patchwork tip-in thing going on, but it looks okay. And that little girl from Tim Holtz keeps falling off of there. Like, I don't know what her deal is, but she does not want to chill. I'm gonna have to like, there, I stapled her. I was like, screw it. Alright, so what am I doing now? Oh, I finally bought a real paintbrush for watercoloring. And by real, I mean like the lowest, like level 1. It was still like without a coupon, I think it was like a $15 brush or something. But of course, I used a 50% off coupon. And now I understand the importance of good brushes. The amount of water that this baby holds is insane. I am definitely going to have to, I'm so sorry about the clock. I am definitely going to have to get some more of these in smaller sizes now that I know that I like them. Next time I have a coupon. So yeah, if you are into watercolors and know that you use watercolors a lot, I highly suggest investing in a nicer brush just to test it out. I don't know if I said it already, but that was a Winsor & Newton Cotman that I had picked up. So yeah, I have no idea where I went. Away, apparently. So this is an image from High Fructose magazine, and I liked the image on both sides of it, so I photocopied it so that I could stick it in my journal because I wanted to use both sides, like I said. So I just printed it on sticker paper and I'm cutting it out. It's this adorable little Batgirl. I'm going to have to figure out what the artist's name is and put it on the page with it because I want to use a lot of her other images. I love the way she does the girl's eyes. I think that's my thing. I like her art because of the eyes. I'm not home right now, so I can't just pull out the magazine and tell you what it was, but yeah. So one of the things I like to do when I photocopy images to use them is go back in with like some colored pencils or something and kind of just add the vibrancy back into that to make it pop. I mean, a lot of the color is intact, but her eyes just looked a little dull, and I felt like I needed to add some of the black back in, so I don't know if you can tell, but now she pops a lot more, just because I added just a little bit of colored pencil over the top. So that is a tip. It's also a great way to alter printables that you get from people to make the art your own. You can paint right over them. I've done that a million times, and lots of people are okay with you doing that. I know Courtney loves some people alter her stuff, but some people may get offended. I don't know. Just don't tell them. But anyway, so these are wings from Courtney the Little Raven Ink's Patreon sheets this month, which I really, really liked. So I just added the wings to that girl, and I thought they looked really cool. I have no idea where I'm going with this page per usual, but it looks pretty fancy, if I do say so myself so far. You know, I did a lot of hard work there, cutting the picture out. Anyway, I'm just using some colored pencils to give those wings a little bit of dimension and life to them, since they are just black and white, but I love black and white printables. I get so excited when Courtney does them, because they're much easier to use with absolutely anything, and they still work. So I'm just taking my Lamy in the extra fine nib with my carbon ink and just kind of outlining some of the shapes that I stenciled in there in the background. So then I'm going to journal this photo of the Red Bull from a few weeks ago. I am never late to work like that. I think I've only been late to work once before in my life, and that was like 2-3 years ago. But this day I didn't set my alarm and I overslept, and I was half an hour late to work, and I felt so bad. And instead of my boss getting mad, he just like gave me a ton of shit and then bought me a Red Bull, and I was like, these people are the best. So yeah, that's the story behind that photo. But I'm really thankful to have such nice bosses, whose house I am sitting right now. So all of the noises that are making it into this video in the background, I'm so sorry, but it's just going to have to be that way for this week. So, because I'm technically currently watching their hotel. But anyway, this video isn't about work. I just added some black splatters there and called it good. So here, I'm just working on my currently page, or my at the moment page in my bullet journal. I finished 2 books, Running with Scissors, which I am absolutely just like so ecstatic about. I can't wait to buy the next book in the series and continue the series of memoirs. I mean, a non-fiction series, what could be better? So, I also listened to a couple of audiobooks, so I put that on the coffee cup down there, and I'm just doing some stamping with some stamps from Studio L2E, and then making a doodly border around it, of course. I also reread A Child Called It recently, which I have read before, which is such a sad book, but it's really, I feel like something important to be out there, so, yep. And then this photo you see that is there, I'm going to put that in a second. I used to never like high-waisted pants or shorts. I was like totally against them. And now these shorts are like my favorite thing. Like they're my current thing. I love wearing them. I feel awesome when I wear them. So yeah, I wanted to document that. So I took a picture of myself in this mirror at one of my clients' houses while I was cleaning their house. So no, that disaster is not mine. But the mirror was huge and it was perfect, so I just had to. I don't know if that's creepy. Is that creepy to take a picture of yourself in a stranger's house in their mirror? Let me know. Let me I do it. Not gonna lie. But it's just because I clean their houses for a living. Sometimes they have nice mirrors, okay? Anyway, this is just a tangent video, really, though. Okay, so Helen, one of my lovely lady friends that we do the Take 5 collab with, she asked what the difference between Zig Clean Color markers and the mermaid markers were. So I'm doing a little comparison for you guys. What I did was I drew one of my little doodle things, and I'm doing one with mermaid markers and one with Zig. I'm just going to talk about the difference. See how that droplet came out of the mermaid marker? The mermaid marker to me is like a really wet brush filled with ink. And it's really hard to get control of them. You never know how much is going to come out. They're super juicy and super vibrant. And then the Zig Clean Color on the left, they lay down just like a brush, but you have a lot more control. Not as much product comes out at a time. They also spread out a lot nicer, in my opinion. You can just do a lot more with them. So I'm not saying one or the other is better, but I would say Zig Clean Colors are more watercolor in a pen, and the mermaid markers are more like a really wet ink inside a brush. So I wouldn't use them for the same thing. If you like mixed media, I would do the mermaid markers, but if you do more sketching and drawing and you want to have more control over how much color you're putting on and where you're putting it, I would go with the Zig Clean Color. So I hope that Helen found that helpful, and that the rest of you that might have had that question as well, that helped you out a little bit. It wasn't a super great comparison. But yeah, so that is it, you guys, for my... Oh my God! I just dropped you. I'm sorry. This is... Thank you for watching my Creative Week video. I hope you still stick around my channel after today's disaster of a voiceover. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.